Alright, so we've got some goodies that came in today in the mail. We're going to do a little unboxing here, see what we got to play with. And after that, we'll do a little review of it once I get to play with it some. So here we go. I got this from sweetwater.com. If you've never been there, they're a great online music store. They got all sorts of stuff, good prices, good sales, great service. So I definitely recommend them. Alright, here we go. Oh, we've got my Sweetwater brochure that comes with everything you buy from them. Put that over here out of the way. A catalog, always fun to nose through and find stuff that you can't afford that you wish you could get. So we'll put that over here out of the way too. And now for the main event, so to speak. We've got this here. Is the Line 6 G30 wireless relay system. I've been thinking about getting one of these for quite a while, a wireless system, but I never did because it was cost prohibitive. You know, cables, a really nice cable's $50. Well, forget what this was. At the time I was first started looking at wireless systems years ago, the cheapest ones were like $400 or $500, and I could buy like 10 cables for that. So I was like, why would I spend that? So I didn't. I mainly got this because I've been playing with a band for the past year or so, and they're pretty regularly go play places, and a cable can be a pain to deal with sometimes. And this was pretty cheap, $199.99, which is not terribly bad. And I had the money for it, and I've wanted it for a while, so I got it. I know someone who's got one. I actually know a couple people who got this or something in the same series, and they've all said it. You know, it never gives them any trouble. It works great. So I picked it up. So we're gonna open up this box in just a minute and look through it and see what the components look like and all that. So here we go. Breaking the seal. Got some instructions and stuff. I'll worry about those later. You know, if you look in here, it's got lots of nice. Oh, look at that. That's nice. Hold that up. Very well packed in there, which is great. Alright, so the first part here is the actual receiver pack. This is what you would plug into your amp or your PA or whatever. So simple enough, about the size of a foot pedal, powered by a power supply, which is right there, by the way. Power supply, go with it. And then you've got your body pack, or whatever you want to call it. This is what you'd actually connect to the guitar itself. Got an on-off switch, some indicator lights there. Pretty solid feeling jack. Spot for the batteries. Runs on a couple AA's, which they were nice enough to provide me with a pair, which is good. I got some rechargeables on the way, but these will work for now. One complaint I've read online about this particular model is that the battery compartment door is kind of flimsy, I guess would be the word you use, and I can see where they get that. It's not really that flimsy, but if you weren't careful with it, if you just throwing this thing around, or if you open it up really hard, you could probably pop it loose. That being said, if you take care of it, don't jerk on the battery door when you're replacing them, it'll probably hold up fine. I think. I mean, it's good enough. And if it were to break, people said they fixed it by just putting tape over it. So the only other complaint I've heard from people is that the little belt clip is not strong enough. I don't know if it feels pretty sturdy to me. I mean, I wouldn't want to use it as a clip for a holster or something like that. It's not that sturdy, but it seems like it'd hold up pretty good. And then look, they were nice enough to include a guitar cable, a little short one, which is good too. I actually didn't have one short. I actually just went and made another order today of a short cable and some rechargeable batteries to go with this. So I'll have another short cable, I guess. You can never have too many cables for pedals and stuff. Alright, so that is the unboxing. A little later on, I'll get it set up, and we'll see how it works, and we'll play with it a little bit. And then I'll just give you a quick little review, I guess, of what my first impressions, so to speak. Alright. Alright, so real quick, one question you may be asking is, why would you need a wireless system? That's a valid question. It depends on what you do. If you're playing around in your bedroom, you probably don't need it. You might want it though. So there is that. There is the desire to have it. But as far as practical reasons to need it, well, if you're playing in gigs, so to speak, if you play in a band or at church or places where you're going to be out and be plugged in and moving around, that sort of thing, it's nice to not have a cord to have to worry about stepping on or getting wrapped around something or not remembering what path you took, that sort of thing. There is that convenience factor of just having the freedom to go where you need to go. If you need to go change a level on something or talk to someone, whatever it might be, you don't have to worry about pulling the cable out of the amp, pulling the cable out of your whatever it is. So there is that. And you may be someone who just has trouble with cables, has them act up on them, break, that sort of thing. I've been playing an instrument for probably 15 years now, and I have had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, I think 5 cables in those 15 years. Ooh, sorry. I had 2 of these. They were the first ones I ever bought. They're just, I can't even read what brand they are anymore. Hosa. There we go. 2 Hosa 10-foot straight guitar cables. I've only got one of them left because one of them just stopped working on me. No, just it stopped working, so it's in the trash. I've got this cable here, which is a no-name, just junk cable. It came with one of my instruments, the free cable that came with the guitar. It stopped working about 10 minutes into using it. So there's 2 of those, one of those. I've got, I can't get to it right now. I've got a 25-foot cable that worked for a few years, but it doesn't work at all anymore, so I got rid of it. And then I've got this one here. Bought this probably about a year ago. It's a GLS Audio 25-foot tweed looking cable. And this has actually been a really good cable. It hasn't given me any trouble, and I've actually probably taken care of that one better than I have any other cable I've ever owned. My point there being, it's not like I've gone through hundreds of dollars worth of cables and I'm just tired of it. Some people have that problem, and that's not me.
But there are reasons to have that wireless system, namely convenience. When I'm at band practice, I don't have to worry about which direction I turned when I went somewhere, so I turned the right direction so nothing's tangled up. And it's just convenient. It's handy. So that's why. Okay, so we're going to do a quick range test, I guess you'd call it. Where you're sitting at, right there where the camera is, right next to you is my amp. My amp is plugged into the transmitter here, receiver, which part that goes into the amp. And I've got the transmitter here, and I'm just going to strum some chords, wander off that direction that way. The specs say it's 100 feet. I don't think I quite have 100 feet to play with here, but from here to the other side of the road there is a pretty good distance. It'd be kind of odd to go much further than that. So here we go. Okay, so I did notice when I hit the other side of the road over there a little bit of signal loss. And honestly, that's probably right near that 100 foot range. Let's see. Do a little mental math real quick. My truck's probably about 15 feet. So yeah, it's probably right near that 100 foot range. So it's pretty good. It didn't start to break up until I really got across the road. So it's a good test. Okay, so now for the final thoughts on the Line 6 wireless G30 relay unit. One thing I will bring up, just in all fairness to it, I've had this thing for a couple weeks now. I've been using it for band practice, playing at church, all sorts of different stuff, playing around at the house, been using it a lot. And I will admit that the little plastic piece that holds this clip on did sort of snap the other day, which made the clip fall off, obviously. That kind of sucks, but I put some plastic cement in there, some super glue, and clamped it back down, and it seems to be back on there pretty good. Doesn't feel like it's going anywhere. So that is a negative, but it's a negative that's fairly easily fixed. So it's not going to take off too much from my viewpoint of it. So overall, what do I think? What's the review? Where do we stand? If you are looking to get a wireless system and you don't want to spend a ton of money, I'd give it a shot. It's reliable, it holds up well as far as the signal, and if this little piece does break, if they haven't fixed it on newer models, then either super glue it on there, or I've seen other videos where other people took like cell phone cases, cut a hole in the bottom of it, and slipped this thing down inside of a cell phone case that clipped onto it, fixed the problem. So there's ways around the problem that is, and so, you know, it is what it is. I definitely recommend it. If you want to get into a wireless unit, and you don't want to spend $300, $400, you can get one of these for, if you shop around, you can probably find one brand new for under $200. If you shop around, you can probably find one used for less than that.
there it is. Stay tuned. Keep subscribed, all that sort of stuff. Click the little bell for notifications. There'll be some more reviews forthcoming. I got a new toy on the way today that hopefully will get here soon, because I really want to get a chance to play with it before I have to go to work next week, because next week we're working late. But that being said, Line 6 G30 wireless unit, check her out, and feel free to comment, subscribe, like, share, all that nonsense. Alright, appreciate it.